I support Charlie Rangel for a simple reason, and that is because he has shown us time and time again throughout his years in Congress that he's been not just a voice for Harlem, not just a voice for Manhattan, but a voice for all New Yorkers. On Tuesday, we have an extraordinary election. On Tuesday, we are going to re-elect Jose Serrano to the New York Congress, to the United States Congress. But on Tuesday, we have a new district where Charles Rangel comes to the Bronx. We need a voice. We need a pioneer. We need someone with the experience to continue to work with Jose Serrano, with the Democrats in Congress, so that the Bronx can also get its fair share. I'm going to continue day in and day out to remind everyone, the Bronx, more than ever, if you care for the Bronx, then you will elect Charles Rangel on Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m.
Good afternoon, Bronx, New York. I am from Manhattan, the chair of Manhattan, New York County Democratic Committee. I want to thank Assemblyman Jose Rivera. I want to thank Congressman Jose Serrano. I want to thank the great borough president of the Bronx, Ruben Diaz Jr. I want to thank the great Assemblywoman Vanessa Gibson for allowing me to come into the Bronx and tell you and to let you know of Manhattan's great secret, our secret of Congressman Charles B. Rangel. So what he has done for Manhattan, he also wants to do for the Bronx. And I will be very brief. As the great borough president said, the dynamic duo, Serrano-Rangel. Let me hear you say it. Serrano-Rangel. Serrano-Rangel.
Un aplauso para el asambleísta José Rivera, un veterano de mil batallas. Y quiero dar las gracias a todos ustedes por estar aquí, por complacernos, por un buen rato, un rato familiar, agradable y a la misma vez para crear conciencia. Familia, estamos a solamente 2 días, este martes 26 de junio son las elecciones al Congreso y le estamos pidiendo que salga reelecto nuestro congresista José Serrano y ahora nuestro nuevo congresista por más de 40 años en Manhattan, ahora en el Bronx, Charlie Rangel. Son 2 días para 2 años más. Gracias familia y que Dios los bendiga. Gracias.
We have just a few days left to make history in Bronx County. We must bring Congresita Rangel to the Bronx. We have got to educate and make sure that all of our people in the Bronx know how important it is to vote. Because when we vote, we count. When we vote, we get services. When we vote, we get programs for our families and our children, and so many of us who deserve it. So I thank you for your support and being here, and thank you for all that you do to support my colleague, Assemblyman Jose Rivera. Yes, give it up for him. Thank you. We must, on Tuesday, June 26th, we must vote, and we must vote for jobs. We must vote for Social Security. We must vote for Medicare. We must vote for housing. We must vote for social services. We must vote for our young people, the next generation of leaders who are going to lead us into the next generation. We must vote for our seniors, our trailblazers and pioneers who have paved the way.
I'm here in support of Charlie Rangel, and he has the full backing of my community. Y quiero decir a toda mi gente dominicana, este caballero, este congresista ha hecho mucho por nuestro país y hay que apoyarlo. El martes 26 hay que salir a votar y apoyar el congresista Charlie Rangel. Gracias.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I came down here for one purpose. You got the best congressman in America. Congressman Rangel doesn't just represent a Bronx and a Manhattan district. You go all over America. Go all over America. Congressman Rangel is the congressman for all those people all over America.
I was in Indiana, and Congressman Rangel's name was the things that he has done. Congressman Rangel has done for the Bronx, but he didn't even represent the Bronx. You know why? Because you got an empowerment zone right here in the Bronx, and that was Congressman Rangel. When he didn't even represent the Bronx got a piece of that money. Let me tell you something. You will never find a better congressman in America than Congressman Rangel.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a wonderful day because the Bronx is united behind our congressman. And what happened, you should know, is that part of the district that I have represented for many years in the State Assembly and in Congress now belongs to the Congressional District in Manhattan. And so, to those folks that I represented for so many years in the State Assembly and in Congress, this strip here that now belongs to the so-called Manhattan District, I ask you, in the same way that you stood behind me, to stand with Charlie this Tuesday. Charlie Rangel is a special human being. And I'll tell you something, whenever the Bronx, whenever New York City, whenever our country has needed something, he has been there. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Bronx, Congressman Charlie Rangel.
Thank you, my brother. Muchas gracias, amigos. Buenos Aires. Thank you all so much for inviting the other half of your family in Manhattan to this great borough. This is one of the most exciting political days that we have seen in our great city of New York. People talk about this being a new district, but in terms of the dreams and the aspirations of your brothers and sisters on the other side of the Hudson, whether it be in Upper Manhattan or Central Manhattan, our dreams for America are all the same. What has happened is that we have now joined our forces to make certain that when a kid's in trouble in Harlem, he can depend on the forces in the Bronx. When an old woman is sick and needs health care in the Bronx, she can depend on us in Manhattan. What it means is that we've always been family.
That's right.
And now this imaginary line has been erased. And I bring to you not just old age and experience, but a team that allowed us to feel proud of what we've done and in joining the exciting political and economic team that you have moving in this great borough. So, in this new family that we have, I just ask, do you think that you're going to have to convince me who those kids are that locked up in jail? Do you have to tell me where they come from? Do I not have to look and listen to them and see that millions of kids' lives and minds have been jeopardized because they never got a fair shake? If we find the highest places where gun violence takes place because kids have no value of their own lives, do we have to find a county line or whose congressional district it is? If we want to dream that our kids can be all that we want them to be, in any county, in any borough, in this great country, and if we want to believe that if we join our political forces, our economic forces, and let them know when I'm down there to take a kid out of jail, I know darn well that they know that I got Bronx County with me, and you have New York County with you. We are here to rebuild this country. All I can say is, whoppa! 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 Muchas gracias, mi amigo y mi hermano.
Let's hear it for Congressman Charles Rangel. Hip hip! Hip hip!